They say Route 6 is the longest continuous road in America, stretching from California all the way to Massachusetts. But there's a stretch of it cutting through rural Pennsylvania that locals say you don't drive at night. My brother Sean and I were stupid enough to try. We're both paranormal YouTubers, documenting ghost towns, cursed roads, abandoned houses, that kind of thing. We'd heard whispers about a place called Mile 239, a quiet section of Route 6 near the Allegheny Forest. People claimed it messed with time, erased memories, made people vanish. Just weird rumors, no real proof, so of course we had to check it out. 11:30 p.m., October 14th. We drove into that stretch of Route 6 with 2 GoPros, a drone, and our phones set to record. Forest rose on either side, thick, dark, and quiet. We killed the music to listen. Nothing, not even bugs. After a few miles, our GPS dropped out. Then the clocks in the car froze at 11:49 p.m. We laughed at first, gave each other the whole ooh spooky bit. But I was starting to feel off. My vision blurred around the edges. Sean kept rubbing his ears like they were popping. That's when we saw the woman. She was walking down the middle of the road, long black hair, pale skin, wearing what looked like an old nightgown. Barefoot, moving slow. We pulled over about 50 feet back. Sean aimed the camera. "Excuse me?" I called. No reaction. I stepped out. As soon as my foot hit the pavement, she turned. Her face was wrong, blurry, almost smudged, like a photo out of focus. Then she walked backward into the trees, never breaking eye contact. We debated leaving, but curiosity got the better of us. We grabbed our flashlights and followed her into the woods. The trees were too tall, too straight, perfectly spaced, like they'd been planted with purpose. No leaves on the ground, no wind, just an unnatural heavy stillness. About 100 feet in, we realized we were no longer walking on dirt. The forest floor had become asphalt. Another road, thin, cracked, overgrown on the sides. No signs, no lines. "What the hell is this?" Sean whispered. "I don't know," I said, but I think we're off Route 6. That's when we heard it. Click, like a camera shutter. We spun around. Nothing. Click, closer now. Then a flash of light, like lightning, but it came from the woods. I caught a glimpse of something between the trees, tall, thin, draped in tattered cloth. Its head was a lens. It clicked again, and Sean screamed. I turned. He was gone. I ran, screaming his name. My flashlight flickered. I tripped, face planted onto cold pavement. When I got up, I was in a different place. Another road, no trees, just fog and endless gravel stretching in both directions. I turned in a slow circle. Behind me was a wall of trees. Ahead of me, a house, old Victorian style, completely dark, windows boarded, door slightly ajar. I approached it, trembling. Inside was silent, no furniture, just rotted floorboards and peeling wallpaper. Then I saw something on the wall. Photos, hundreds of them, taped, nailed, stuck with tacks. Every single one was a Polaroid. Each showed a person mid-scream, or running, or hiding. Some were blurry, others too clear. All of them had something in the background, that tall creature, and right in the middle I found Sean. He was frozen in a photo, his mouth open like he'd been caught mid-yell, his eyes wide. Under the photo was a handwritten tag, Route 6, taken 11:49 p.m. I backed away, stepped outside. The world had changed again. I was back on the main road, Route 6. Sean was gone. The forest was quiet. I walked for hours before a passing truck finally stopped. The driver gave me a ride to the nearest police station. I told them everything. They searched. No sign of Sean, no sign of the woman, no records of a house in the woods, no extra road. The officer told me in a low voice, "You're not the first, but you're the only one who came back." 6 months later, I got a package, no return address. Inside, a Polaroid. Sean again, same expression, and a sticky note that said, "The road keeps what it takes." It started with a detour sign. We were heading home from a wedding in Oregon, driving down the I-5 when we saw it. "Detour ahead, take exit 79. It was around 12:45 a.m. My girlfriend Kelsey was asleep in the passenger seat, and her brother Mark was stretched out in the back seat with his headphones in. I was the only one awake. We were still a few hours from home and trying to push through the night. I hadn't heard anything about a road closure, but I took the exit anyway, figuring it'd save time. What a mistake. The detour led us onto a narrow 2-lane road that wound through dense pine forest. No lights, no signs, no other cars. At first I figured it was just a back road bypass, but the further we went, the more wrong it felt. About 15 minutes in, Kelsey stirred awake. "Where are we?" I explained about the detour. She looked around, confused. "This doesn't feel like a detour. There's nothing out here." I shrugged. "Probably reconnects to the highway soon." Then we passed a wrecked car on the side of the road. A white sedan. Its roof was crushed and one of the doors had been torn completely off. But there was no one inside. No glass, no blood. Just the wreck sitting there in the dark like it had been forgotten. Mark took out one of his earbuds. "Dude, did you see that?" "Yeah," I said. "Should we stop?" Kelsey was already dialing 911. "No signal," she said. "Of course." "Let's keep moving," I said. "I'll call once we're back in range." But then, 10 minutes later, we passed the same wrecked car again. Same exact spot, same crushed roof, same torn-off door. Kelsey stared at me. "That's not possible." Mark leaned forward. "We've been driving straight, no turns." The road hadn't branched once, no loops, no forks. But we'd somehow circled back. I tried to turn around, but when I spun the wheel, the car kept going forward like the tires were stuck on invisible rails. I slammed the brakes. Nothing. The car ignored me and kept driving forward at 30 miles per hour, like something else had taken over. I yanked the emergency brake. Nothing. Kelsey pulled at her door. Locked. Mark tried his window. Wouldn't budge. We were trapped in a car that no longer obeyed us. The air grew heavier. The trees outside looked less natural. Taller, thinner, almost skeletal. And the sky above had gone a strange shade of deep navy. Not black, not blue. Something in between. I tried the radio. Static. Every channel. Even the one that had been playing just 15 minutes before. Then the headlights flickered, once, then again, and everything went black. Dashboard, interior lights, headlights. I gripped the wheel, completely blind. Then, like someone had flipped a switch. We were in daylight, bright midday sun. The road was empty, forest still surrounded us, but now it looked normal. And the car was parked, on the side of the road, like we'd never moved at all. Mark was gone, just gone. His door still closed, no sign of struggle. "Kelsey," I whispered. "Where's your brother?" She looked at me, baffled. "What are you talking about?" I turned in my seat. "Mark, he was with us." She shook her head. "I'm an only child." My blood ran cold. "You're messing with me." "No," she said quietly. "I swear to God, I've never had a brother." I opened the door and stumbled outside. My phone lit up. Full bars, full battery, no missed calls, no messages, no trace of Mark in any photo, video, or contact list. Even our group selfie from earlier at the wedding now only showed 2 people. I drove us to the nearest gas station, asked the clerk if there were any road closures or construction on I-5. He looked confused. Nah, nothing like that. Been clear all week. I showed him a photo of the detour sign. He shook his head. That sign's not real, he said. Never seen it. He handed me a local road map. No exit 79 even existed where we'd turned off. It should have been miles of solid highway. I kept digging for days, posted about it online, found a few mentions of a phantom detour near that stretch of road. Same pattern, late night drive, detour sign, strange road, someone disappears. One guy claimed his wife vanished that way. Another lost a friend who was riding in the back seat. Each time, only one person remembered the missing person at all. Everyone else acted like they never existed. I never got Mark back, but every few weeks I'll be driving at night and I'll see a new detour sign. Always plain, yellow, bold, black letters. Detour ahead, and every time I ignore it, because if I take it again, I don't know what I'll lose next, or if I'll ever find my way back again. I was driving through northern Nevada last summer, headed from Elko to Reno for a work conference. It was early evening and I wanted to make it before dark. But somewhere after Battle Mountain, I took a wrong turn. Or I thought I did. Google Maps rerouted me. I followed a narrow road marked only as Service Route 41. No shoulder, just cracked blacktop cutting through endless dry desert. After about 20 minutes, I realized I hadn't seen another car. No houses, no power lines, not even road signs, just sun-scorched emptiness stretching in every direction. I reached for my phone. No service. Then I looked at the dash clock, 6:23 p.m. I kept glancing at it every few minutes until I realized something weird. It wasn't changing. The clock stayed frozen. Even my watch had stopped ticking. That's when I started to worry. Another 20 minutes passed. Still no turns, no intersections. But then I saw a sign on the right side of the road. Bent metal. Faded red paint. Welcome to Dunn Creek. Population 172. I hadn't seen that name on any map. No dot, no exit. But there it was, just ahead. A small town nestled into the desert basin. Maybe 10 or 15 buildings, most of them low and weather-beaten. The road led straight into it. I figured I'd stop, ask for directions, maybe grab a drink. But when I pulled into the town, everything stopped. Literally stopped. My car engine died as I crossed into Dunn Creek. It just cut off. No stutter, no sputter, dead silent. The streetlights were on, but the sun was still up. And the people, they were motionless. I saw a man standing by a gas pump mid-reach, his mouth open like he'd been talking. A woman pushing a stroller, frozen mid-step. A dog mid-bark. They were like mannequins. Flesh-colored, detailed, but completely still. I stepped out of the car and approached the man by the pump. His eyes were open, blinking slowly, but he didn't move, didn't speak, didn't breathe. I backed away, chilled. Then the wind picked up, except only in one direction. From down the road, a bus appeared. An old yellow school bus, faded and rusted. It rolled down the street slowly, no driver visible, no lights on. It passed by me without a sound. Inside, the seats were full. Children, sitting perfectly still, all staring forward. And just like the townspeople, they weren't moving. Some had mouths slightly open, others had tears frozen on their cheeks. As the bus passed, every single one of them turned their heads toward me at the same time. I ran back to the car and locked the door, but the car still wouldn't start. The dash clock now read 6:23 p.m., blinking rapidly, like it was trying to move forward but couldn't. Then in the rearview mirror, I saw them. People, all the frozen people, were now facing me, still not moving, still not blinking, just standing there, watching, even the dog. I got out again slowly, tried to talk to them, nothing. Then I noticed something strange. Each person had a number branded into their arm, right near the wrist. 4 digits, black, raised like scar tissue. I got closer to the gas station man and read his 1428. Then I checked the woman with the stroller, 1429. The kid behind her, 1430. Sequential. I don't know why I did it, but I rolled up my sleeve and looked at my own wrist. 1431. I panicked, ran from the car, tried to leave town on foot, but every road out of Dun Creek looped back in. No matter which direction I ran, I always ended up near the same rusted bus, the same silent figures, the same blinking clock on my dashboard. Then the sun started to set. Except it wasn't a sunset. The sky turned black instantly, like someone flipped a switch. Every light in town shut off, except one. The light above the gas station. A figure stood under it, not a person. Tall, with skin like cracked pavement and limbs too long. Its face was blank, smooth, black, and flat like fresh asphalt. It slowly raised one arm and pointed at me. I sprinted for the car, slammed the door, tried the key again. Nothing. Then suddenly, the clock changed. 6:24 p.m. The engine roared to life. I didn't hesitate. I floored it. The people were still watching, still frozen, but I didn't care. I tore out of Dun Creek and drove until I saw real highway signs again. It was nearly 11 p.m. by then. I filed a report. No one believed me. There's no town called Dun Creek on any Nevada state map. I even went back a week later. Same route, same turns. No sign, no welcome sign, no gas station, no buildings, just empty desert. But the number on my wrist is still there, 1431, burned into me like a countdown. And some nights I wake up and my watch is blinking 6:23 p.m. Every clock in the room freezes and I know it's coming back. The road, the town, the thing beneath the gaslight, waiting for me to return and become one of them.